Hi loves, it's Pretty Pam the foodie again today, and I'm here to give you another mouth-watering and delicious food recipe. So please stay tuned, okay? My kitchen, my kitchen. For this lovely fish and rice recipe, we'll start out with our already cleaned fish. Do well to clean your fish very well, guys. If it's not already cleaned, make sure you do so, okay? You want to also cut out the fins, okay? This fish has already been descaled, guys. I hope yours is descaled as well. If it's not, then you know what to do. Use a fish distiller and take out the scales, okay? So yeah, we're trying to make our fish as seamless as possible, if that makes sense. So we're cutting out the fins as much as we can. The dorsal fin, the spiny fin, the caudal fin. Are we here on anatomy of a fish? We are not. But guys, let's quit playing, okay? Do well to cut out the fins, or you can leave it if you don't mind. I try to cut out as much as I can. Don't injure yourself, okay? You know it can get really tough. But yeah, do that for all of the fish. This is me still pat drying because we want it as dry as possible, okay? Then I lined my baking tray with foil paper, put on the rack, and then I greased with some oil. What do I mean by I oiled? Well, you get what I mean. I greased with some oil just so that it doesn't stick. You get the process, don't you? You do, I know you do. Then in a plate, I decided to mix the spices I'll be using for the fish. Guys, always check my description box, guys. I always put the accurate measurements of whatever recipe I post out, so I just hope you really do check it. So here I'm using some curry powder, cumin powder, rosemary, thyme, smoked paprika, dried pepper, salt. Oh guys, just check my description box. You're going to see it all. And after I introduced all the ingredients, I added some oil and mixed it all together with that. You know, you can always use ginger powder, fish seasoning, whatever spices of your choice. I like to play around with my spices just so that I don't end up with the same taste each time. I could decide to add this time around, something else next time. You know, just play around with it so that your food doesn't get boring. Like for me, I don't like boring meals at all, okay? So as you can see, I've mixed it all up with the cooking oil. At this point, you want to start using it on your fish immediately because it gets to thicken really fast. You would see as we go. But hey, I had another plan. I had my frozen ginger and garlic. I just put them in the microwave and it melted, so I added it to it. I know you're going to say that's a lot of ginger and garlic. Wait guys, I didn't use all of it, okay? But do as you please. As I always say, do as you please. Next, you want to make incisions on your fish just so that the spices could get inside and the fish just doesn't taste nice only on the outside. We want the fish to taste good on the inside too, right? I should have done this before mixing the spices, but hey, you're going to forgive me, won't you? Because I said that the spices really thicken up. Yeah, so I should have done this early enough. But then we'll struggle with it and we'll get to it, okay? At the end of the day, we're going to come up with a delicious meal. That's the most important thing, isn't it? I'm sure it is for you too. At this point, guys, you want to generously coat your fish with the spices, okay? You coat it very well, thoroughly, inside out, just so the spices get to every nook and cranny of the fish. Try to spread it out as much as possible. You can use a pastry brush for this. You can use your hands, but of course you know we added pepper here, so we don't want anybody. If you cannot tolerate it, you better put on some kitchen gloves. Just do it however you can, but just make sure that the spices get to all of the fish. I gently transfer them to the baking tray so that I can coat the other side of the fish as well. I try to rub the spices in to make sure that the spices go in very well. You know, another method is to marinate it and spice it up and keep it in the fridge overnight or for some hours, but I wanted to cook it right away, so I had to rub it in with my hands. Remember, guys, if you cannot tolerate the hotness of the pepper, make sure you put on kitchen gloves. I cannot overemphasize this, because if it starts to burn your hands, do not call me. Pretty Pam will not be there to answer because I will be here eating as a foodie. And now over to our sauce. I blended some Scotch Bonnet peppers, bell peppers and a medium-sized onion together. I sliced another medium-sized onions and set aside. This is the type of rice I chose for this recipe because I wanted it a bit mushy. I don't know, but it's up to you to choose whatever brand or type of rice that you want. So for our coconut rice, we'll be using coconut milk. You can make yours at home, but this babe is using a store-bought one today. We will also be using some spring onions, some eggs, ginger and garlic paste, sweet corn, white pepper, black pepper, and salt. Guys, you know, I'm not using a major sauce for this meal, so we wanted our coconut rice to be as tasty as possible, and that's why we've used all of this. In a large pot of boiling water, I added my already washed rice, parboiled for 2 minutes and drained out the water. In the same pot, without the rice now, I added the coconut milk and let it boil. Then I scrambled the eggs with some black pepper and white pepper. Then I took it off the frying pan, cleaned the pan again, and started to make the sauce. Added some oil, and when it was hot, I added the onions, the sliced onions, remember? Yeah, so that's what I added now. And then I left it to fry. To the boiling coconut milk, I added the ginger and garlic paste. Guys, we are multitasking here. just because we want everything to be ready almost at the same time. So I hope you're not getting confused, okay? While I'm making the sauce in the frying pan on another burner, I'm also cooking the rice on another burner while our fish is grilling in the oven. You see? Multitasking. So when I added the ginger and garlic paste, then I introduced the rice to the coconut milk. Remember guys, this rice is to be a bit mushy. It's up to you and whatever type of rice you want. Okay, so yeah, added the rice, stirred it a bit and covered it up to boil. And back to our onions. I added some black pepper to it. I fried while gently stirring, and when it was translucent, I took it out of the pan. I basically left the oil back in there just because I needed the oil to fry the sauce as well. You remember our pepper mix, the blended pepper mix? So after I took out the onions, I introduced the blended pepper mix. At this point, the rice was done. See the texture guys, this is exactly what I wanted to achieve. You know, not very single grains, but not soggy. I don't know how to explain it. I just wanted it really soft, you know. So I had to add the scrambled eggs at this point, and then I also added the spring onions. I sprinkled some more white pepper and mixed it all together. The rice was done. Back to the sauce. I sprinkled some salt on it, stirred it and still allowed it to fry. I just needed it to dry up really well, you get me? Yeah. After it had dried up really well, this was like 10 minutes later, I added some all-purpose seasoning, stirred it and then introduced the previously fried onions. Remember the onions we fried till it was translucent? I had to bring it in at this point. So food is ready now. It's up to you to serve as you please. I hope you remember that we have to keep on checking on our fish, okay? Don't tell me you forgot our fish, which is the main meal here. So you serve as you please. If you want me to show you how I get to serve my rice sometimes, then let me know in the comment section. If you don't ask me, I won't show you. But you know, your eyes eat before your mouth does, right? So the food has to really look nice, okay? That's it, loves. Thank you for watching. Do well to like this video if you've enjoyed it. Come on, I'm sure you have enjoyed it, so please like it, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Share with your loved ones so they as well can make this for their special moments, okay? And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. See you in my next video. Bye.